Welcome to Highlighting the Journey, where we dive deep into the stories that shape us. From real estate moguls to innovators, entrepreneurs, from life-changing pivots through breakthrough moments, we're here to uncover the paths that lead to success and the obstacles that build character and the insights that inspire action. And I'm your host, Dan the Podcast Man. Today, we're highlighting another incredible journey. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dan the Podcast Man with Highlighting the Journey. Today, my guest, he actually takes care of me in a very, very special way by making me look good. Today, I have my barber, Joe Caravaggio. Was that good?
That was good.
Okay.
That was good. Yeah, you did a good job.
Joe, intro. What do you do? What's the name of your company?
Oh, dude, so my name is Joseph Caravaggio. I'm the owner of Long Island Fade Factory Barbershop. It's in Wantagh on Park Avenue, 3327 Park Avenue.
We're already coming off the bat, just shooting from the hip that your shop and everything. Joe, first of all, thank you. Yeah, hell yeah. Sick ass logo, by the way. Yeah. And we'll talk about all that stuff too. Joe, I met you, I would say about more or less about 4 years ago, like during I think, still COVID. And
Right after, I think.
yeah, a little bit after. And I didn't see your face for quite some time because everybody was wearing masks. So I didn't know what was behind there. But was it the time where I think your hair was just poofed and your beard was just huge and everything?
Big blowout, big beard. And it looked crazier under the mask.
Is that allowed for barbers? Are you allowed to look that way?
I can do whatever I want.
Well, get out of here. Since when?
Yeah.
But yeah, we met, Joe, just to be cut and dry about certain things, we met in recovery, and you were one of those dudes where you shook my hand first day I met you, and it was just nothing but love, just from the get. And I really do appreciate what you have done, because people don't realize that handshake when you build that camaraderie with somebody, and you were that person for me by far. And then obviously, we're going to dive into your story with your business and everything. And then obviously that transpired into something much bigger than I ever would expect. So let's get some background on you, bro. We know you own the barbershop down in Wantagh. How did it all start?
I'll tell you what. I never wanted to be really anything, seriously wanted to be anything but a barber, And
how do you...
I never actually considered actually doing anything else.
But being a barber?
Yeah. I mean, there's other things that now, where I'm at now, I want to branch off into, but, my base is always going to be a barber.
How did that happen? There had to be some video, somebody must have been cutting a hair. Was it sitting there?
So, I grew up in Ronkonkoma.
Okay.
Right, and there's a shop there called Mike and D's, and everybody knows that shop.
Is it still there?
They moved shops now, but it's still existing, yeah. So
before you keep going, how much was the haircut?
Back then, it was $12 for skin fade, and that was actually kind of a lot.
It was. I remember going to a barbershop, Pat's in Levittown.
Yeah, I know that. I know Pat's. Yeah,
$3.
It's crazy.
Crazy what it is. But go on.
Yeah, so they're the guys. They all had fun. Everybody went there. I feel like all the guys were friends and stuff, and. When you're a kid, you see these guys, they got the sneakers on and the pocket full of cash, and you're like, I think I could do this. I think I can hang out all day like that. And
that was always the thing. The guys would always come out with a wad of and it was their tips.
Yeah.
But it was just
they're making change. They're looking like they're hustling. I like that,
And there's always that one guy that's just in the corner
counting.
Just counting.
Yeah.
So that was the appealing look of the barbershop.
Yeah. And you know what? It was a good environment. It was cool. It felt cool to me. And I'd seen other shops like that, and I don't know. I just really thought that I was I think I could do that.
Really?
Yeah.
So from that moment, whatever age that was, when did you finally said, or maybe you cut a hair beforehand? What happened first? Did you cut somebody's hair beforehand, or did you start going to school for it? How did that all happen, you becoming a barber?
Um, well, I would get my hair cut every week, even as a young kid. You know, we're talking 12 years old. I begged my mom, get me a haircut, get me a haircut.
You
You know,
always want
and,
to look fresh.
Yeah, and then, you know, barber school is the BOCES. I was able to go in 12th grade.
Oh, really?
So for free, I went to Eastern Suffolk BOCES.
Do they do that still?
Through
anymore?
high school, yes, they do.
Oh, do.
Not every school does it, but you know, they do mechanic, they do
Yeah.
electrician, you know, all sorts of stuff. Personal training, a lot of my friends did. So I went and did that, but before that, I gave my dad the first haircut I ever did.
Way.
Yeah, and he trusted me to do it, and we have this running joke, like I mess his hair up so bad he still won't come to me. Because he comes to the shop. He comes to the shop to this day, and one of the guys takes care of him.
He does. So you only cut your pop's hair once?
No, I've done it. I've done it other times, but you know that's the joke now in the shop.
Of course.
You know?
That's the idea of the barbershop. Like you
Yeah.
were mentioning, the camaraderie, the
Yes.
feel good, it feels special. But
Yeah.
go on, like so keep going. So you cut your pop's hair for the first time.
Yeah, and I was, you know, was young, and then after that, like I would start trying to convince my friends, let me do something, you know, let me give you a cut. You know, I'd actually have to pay people to cut their hair.
That's pretty, I'm going to say that's pretty awesome because what people don't fail to understand when it comes to business and when it comes to following your passion, you have to pay an entry price. If you want to do what you want to do, it costs money.
Yeah.
And so you even were telling people, listen, I will cut your hair and pay you. Like that's somebody that's driven. That's somebody that loves the craft, the idea of cutting hair, that you're willing to, I just want to do it. Here's money.
Yeah.
Did anybody took you off on that offer?
Well, yeah, this kid, Anthony, you know, he would let me do it all the time. And, you know, I would mess it up a little bit sometimes, but I would like, he'd be like, dude, barely touch it, you know? Like, don't mess me up too bad. So I would, whatever. And shortly after that, I went, and this is a crazy, I'll never forget this in my whole life.
Let's go, baby.
I went to the shop by my house in Huntington, by my grandmother's house at the time. I live there now. But at the time, I went to the shop, and it was the same kind of deal. It looked cool, whatever, right? So I'm 15. I get the guy to let me do an interview cut, right?
So for my audience, what's an interview cut? Like, explain what that process is.
So like as the boss, right, I'll have somebody come in.
Okay.
And I want to see you do a haircut. I'm going to name the haircut that I want you to do. Mostly it's a skin fade, you know.
Is that
that's
like
a hard haircut?
So I was just about to ask you. You want to see if the person's able to do the hardest haircut that can be done.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, there's other hard haircuts that, like, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, off the rip, like, you know, a lot of people want that haircut, so I want to see if you can really do it. He has me do it on this guy, his own guy, not one of my guys. And I was 15. My grandma let me take her car down to the thing.
Where'd your grandma drive? What'd you drive over there with?
I think it was a Nissan Murano.
So you're 15.
Yeah, so I'm gone.
You're in a Nissan Murano, and
Yeah.
you're driving down to go do. Oh man,
Yeah.
I can picture you right now, bro.
So I pull up there, and I got like these shitty clippers my mom bought me from Walmart, and I show up, and I'm doing the cut, and it was taking me hours. I never really did this haircut before.
First on the fly.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, the guy let me do the whole thing. The clippers are hot in my hand. I can't even imagine what I was doing to this poor guy. And at the end of it, my grandma's calling me the whole time too. Where are you? Where are you? You know, she didn't realize this was going to take me. I didn't think it was going to take me this long. I didn't realize.
15 years old, has her car, don't have a driver's license, and
no barber license.
No barber license, and no license is nothing, zero, and then. Yeah, your grandma's a little bit worried. My son's running out to go cut somebody's hair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe you, but go on.
I mean, listen, I was in school too. I don't know what I was, you know, when I was going to work, whatever. I don't know.
Dude, this story is awesome. Keep going.
So the guy lets me do the whole thing. It looks horrible. I know that. But sometimes when you're doing a haircut and it looks bad, like you don't know how bad really until someone else tells you. This guy was like, this haircut looks like shit. I would never let somebody walk out of my store like that. You'll never work here. That's what he told me. And there was a girl there. I'll never forget. It was like his girlfriend or something. She was like, why do you have to be such an asshole? Like, he's a kid, da-da-da. And I was like, dude, fuck this guy. And I walked out. And I remember that. And I was like, damn, you know, like that really didn't feel good, you know, because a lot of barbers today, like young barbers and stuff, like they'll get roasted by their friends for cooking a haircut, you know, as they call us, these kids. And they give up because it's hard. It's hard to take that criticism, you know?
Of course.
And,
Especially that to take that criticism is one thing, but then we obviously hair grows back. Like it's not a big deal, but you're leaving somebody looking like crap.
Yeah.
And that's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
So it checks all these horrible boxes, the criticism, the person walking out with a bad haircut, everything just feels wrong.
Yeah. And that's not the first time that's happened.
Oh, so this happened
That
again?
was the first time. But after that, there was more.
There was more times, yes.
More times where, you know, I was like, dude, I don't know if this is for me, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
So like what? So that was 15. What age was the where you would like kind of like, oh man, I don't know if I'm cut out for this business?
I was full-time cutting hair at 17. Full-time.
Did you have your license?
So I was just about to get it because you can get it when you're 18. But I graduated to school and all that. And like, you know, I told the guy that. And, you know, I was going for it right when I could, you know?
Yeah.
And, yeah, man, I worked at a shop in Sayville right up here. This is like my area where we're at, you know?
Oh,
This
really?
is where,
Bohemia?
Yeah, Bohemia. My school is in Bohemia, my high school.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I grew up, over here. I worked in a shop in Sayville for years, and I had all my friends come, and it was a good experience, man. I still cut people from that today. This was in 2012.
Wow. I want to go a little bit back with your story. Now, the giving up part, what still motivated you? What said, you said, oh, I don't know if this is for me. And I had those moments too with investing, my career, like, oh man, because I've been beaten down and I know what it's like. And when you're beaten down to certain points, and you and me know it, it's just like, am I going to I should give up. But obviously you didn't. So like, what was the pushing you forward? So what was still telling you yes, in other words?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe competition. Maybe I don't know. But I'm not a real competitive guy. But maybe with myself, you know, I don't know. But I just was like, I don't know. I can't go out like that. You know, I just can't.
You have competition with yourself. Any business owner, like, because I know you own a business, you own the Long Island Fade Factory. You're in competition with yourself every single day.
Yeah,
that's just a known fact because you wouldn't push yourself to certain levels. Probably look at the next day. How am I going to keep doing it? And you and me talk about it all the time when I'm sitting down in your chair. What can we do in our lives better? We do this, do that. And I remember, you know, when you first opened up that shop, it was just you. It was just you. And now I walk in there and it's a fucking party.
Yeah.
It's a party and it looks incredible, but you're right. So the competition with that is important, and striving to keep pushing is that component, and that's what sets you apart from the average person. You know, it's that mind. It is that exact mindset. You got it, man.
Thank you. I think that yeah, and like I said before, I never really pictured anything else. Like
that was
for real.
That was your vision.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was gonna look like, whatever. But like, I couldn't picture myself like, you know. I worked at 7-Eleven too. You know what I mean? I was like, these are my two experiences. I worked at 7-Eleven and I was a barber. That's it.
That's it? That's your resume?
Much, yeah.
So if we had to pull up your resume, that's it. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I was a roofer for like 2 hours. I quit. Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
Oh, man.
I'm scared of heights. So that wasn't going to work for me. I had to be in a barbershop. But
so let's dive into the whole barbershop. All right. The barbershop is such a place to be. Yeah. I always hated going to the barbershop for only one reason. I always just hated waiting. I can't stand to wait. That's just one thing I can't tolerate for. But I also understand, like you were saying, you're at the barbershop too, and people are hanging out.
Yeah.
It's a social environment. It's a guy's place most of the time. I know you do cut females' hairs as well, not to say, you know, just strictly guys, but it's the camaraderie. It's a dude's place. So if there's the ball breaking, it's just, you're there, and then your hair looks like crap, and then you walk out of there feeling great. And I can see why very enticing. Should I own a barbershop, Joe?
Hey, if you want to work, 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day.
So let's talk a little bit about barber etiquette. So I know there's definitely, for you do a great system. Let me piggyback what you got going on. For me, I mentioned the time thing, but the fact that I can go on an app and say I want you at 4:30 on a Tuesday makes everything so much easier. So what are like the do's and don'ts in the barbershop? So like I mentioned that, like, would you say something like being late, or like what's something in that aspect of like
So what not to do?
what not to do at a barbershop, Joe?
Well, definitely with the appointments and stuff, like I've grown that to a point where like I used to just take everybody, no payment, stuff like that.
Really?
First, I don't take any payment, but you do put your card in now. Because
Yes.
I would have people, they'd make an appointment and they wouldn't show up and they'd be like, oh, okay, I'll just make one tomorrow. So now you're just like taking up time out of my space, and I'll tell somebody, a walk-in, that I can't cut you because I have somebody coming in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So
Now,
and your time is valuable.
yes.
And I know for you, I mean, your schedule's like literally booked out like a week. What are you, like a week in advance?
I don't even know anymore. I look that day, and
Whoever
I go,
pops up.
Yeah, because there's nothing I could do about it. It's free to the public.
Of course,
If you want to put your card up and get into my schedule, you can tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I need that protection because you don't know. Like a shop could open down the road and just book you all out.
But that's the thing, Joe. There's barbershops literally everywhere.
Yeah.
And you are thriving immensely. Obviously, you as the head barber, the guy that owns the shop. I mean, everybody wants your haircut. I want my haircut by you. But obviously, I let your other guys cut it because I know you look for certain people to cut hair.
Yeah.
You're not going to hire just a person, oh, I know how to cut hair, and put them in the seat. It's like the haircut interview. You want to make sure, okay, if I'm not standing there, the guy next to me can do just as good a job or even better. Like I know you've even mentioned, like, and I'll bring Nick up. Like you were like telling me, like, Nick's gonna be a better barber than me. I'm like, really? And for guys that don't know Nick's Joey. Give a little background. You trained him. You brought him up, bro.
Yeah. So Nick worked with me. He was just. It's a funny story. I was helping my friend out in his shop in Sayville that I used to work with at that first shop in Sayville I told you about earlier.
Yes.
Right? He opened a shop. I was cutting hair at my house to stack up for my own shop. I had enough clientele. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cut at my house. I'm not giving anybody anything.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So I was helping Jimmy out at his shop, and I was like, Nick just moved to the area. I was like, why don't you come to the shop? See if you like the experience of a barbershop. See if you could see yourself there. See if you could see yourself doing this. Just come hang out. So we come hang out. And, he did. He showed up. And I was looking actively. I didn't find the shop yet, whatever. I find the shop. I'm like, Nick, you want to come? You want to be a barber with me? Boom, he comes. He's sweeping. He's watching. He's doing everything I'm telling him to do.
Very hard to find, wouldn't you say?
Oh, impossible, You
can't find those characteristics. When you find somebody like that where they obviously, Nick, and I know Nick, like, wants to do better in his life, and you gave him that opportunity, and he took that opportunity, and he said, I'm doubling down, I'm running
That's
with
the
this.
thing. It's about you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He came in, he's a good example. I've taught other people how to cut hair. I got my shop boy, Luca. Oh, you remember him?
Yeah, young kid.
So he's cutting. He actually stole a bunch of my customers.
What?
Yeah, because they're all his friends, and they only come there because they know him. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So I told him, when you start with me for real, I want retro pay of my cut. Just messing with him.
I love it.
But he gets he's like, really? How much am I gonna have to pay?
So I did want to know, like, more of the etiquette, but let me cut that one short. What's like the biggest no-no when it comes to the barbershop? What like really bothers you, Joe?
Honestly, a lot of things.
Oh.
A lot. But
just as you as the barber and the owner of the shop, like, what's the one?
I don't like you stepping on my footrest on my barber chair.
Ooh.
Number one, because guess what? Just a couple months ago, someone did that and split the whole friggin' chair in half.
No.
Yeah. So, that is horrible. I don't like kids jumping on it. This isn't a trampoline. This is a tool, So,
You want to know what I did one time? I went to a barbershop to get a haircut, and the barber was cutting my hair, and I pull all my keys and my wallet out and my phone, take all my stuff, because I don't like anything in my pocket when I'm getting a haircut. I really don't. So, and then I saw the barber, this old guy next to me, and he was sitting in his chair. The guy would never cut hair. But
Just chilling.
Chilling. But he has his stuff, and then I just push it over, and I put my stuff there. Bro.
Yeah.
It was like, it was so disrespectful. I didn't realize what I was doing. You know, I'm touching some of his equipment, his tools. You mentioned it was tools, and I'm just like nonchalantly putting it away. And I think people don't realize that, like, you know, that's why I ask you, is it cool if I could put in, I always ask, can I put my stuff in a certain area? Because I learned from that lesson, and just to be mindful and respectful of people's workspace. That's his business, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. So, Joe, one of the big things about you was that you didn't have the barbershop yet. And you and me were talking, and I remember you were just telling me, yo, Dan, I got the chairs, I got everything. I'm like, really? He's like, I just don't have the location. So let's walk through a little bit of that, about that. So you cut hair, so like, and then you envisioned what? That you wanted to build a business, right? Was like the kind of like the next thing. And then from there, like, how hard was it finding that spot? Because that's a freaking prime spot you got there now.
The truth is, it fell in my lap, dude.
Isn't that like that's like the best when it just, so how did it fall in your lap? It was just like a random, like.
I talk to a lot of people. I just network constantly, you know, everywhere, you know. Everyone knows I'm a barber. Everybody that I cut, plumbers, whatever.
Everybody,
I was like, listen, I'm looking for a store. Find me a store. Send me a picture if you see one for rent. And one of my boys, Rob, you know Rob Smith. So,
yeah.
So he comes to me every week.
He well, he gets a haircut every week.
He doesn't play games, you know.
He don't play games. He looks good every single second.
That's right. And he was like, he's like, he called me. He got his haircut, left to go get his eyebrows done from this lady in his town in Franklin Square. She was like, I have a store in Wanto that I want to get rid of. It's not making me any money. This is eyebrow threading, you know, whatever. Her daughter was running it. She was going away to college. You know, it was just like a situation. They wanted to get out. She had a business partner. Rob called me, gave me the lady's number, and 2 weeks later, I was moving into that space.
Really? That's the story?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
But the guy who owned the business, really, like, she was like a lady who did the eyebrows, but the guy who backed the whole thing, his name was Ali. And I had no credit. I had no renter's history of a store or anything.
You're fresh out of the box?
I had nothing, you know. And the lady, my landlord, didn't want to give me the space. This guy was like, I think that he's going to do well there. I didn't even know this guy. We just talked like me and you are talking now, you know? Course. And, you know, I told the guy, I'm like, dude, I think that it's going to work for me, you know? I really do. I don't care where I am. It's going to work. Because guess what? I went to Florida, built a book there, built a book in Sayville, built a book over in East Islip, I built a book over in Stony Brook. I've done it. It doesn't matter where. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, Wanto, I don't care. It's going to work.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for coming to Wanto, by the way. Very close to my house.
Yeah, it's good for you.
It's good for me.
It's good for a lot of people. Right by the train, too, you know?
Train, location, parking, you really checked off all these boxes.
Yeah.
Starbucks is just a few minutes away.
Perfect. Yeah. Good for me.
Of course. So you got the prime spot. So let's ask the next follow-up question. How'd you figure out the name? Because so let me say a little bit about the name. I always hated the name anything with a factory. I just did not I just didn't like factory. But when I saw your logo and your name and how it rolled off, I'm like, yo, that's so sick. Your logo lettering, I'm like, it is the Long Island Fade Factory. That's the name. You can't So how'd you come up with that?
What's funny about that is like Eric Chandler.
Okay.
He came up with that name.
No way.
Yeah.
He just like
We were bouncing ideas off each other, you know, because like, you know, I
what
talked to
what
him
would
a
have been
lot.
like the first original name? Was there like Joey's shop or something or
So he was like saying that. I'm like, no, I don't like
That's
that. Because
cheesy.
then everybody's like, oh, where's Joe? Who's Joe? You know, and only gonna want me forever.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, man. You're right.
I've seen it so many times. And then
That's
if there's
true.
no Joe, it's like, what the fuck? You know? Where's Joe?
That's
So
so true. It's like it's like Phil's Pizza. Where's Phil? I'm
yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm like,
Who's Phil?
who's Phil? I still don't. Phil's Pizza's been
No
next to
one's
my.
ever met him.
Never met this guy.
Yeah.
I still eat their pizza.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to
too.
know. So go on. So Eric came up with it.
He did. Well, we were bouncing off each other, whatever, and you know, he just said that, and I was like, I didn't like it at first. Like, I don't know, bro. It's like I couldn't envision it, and then I drew the logo out myself.
You drew
I
it out?
designed that whole thing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I designed the logo, and
So you came up with the eye as being the barbershop.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
spin, little color spin.
yeah. So I did that, and I
So
designed it. I sent it to the guy. He made it up, and I liked that it could be accurate, like, you know,
Yeah.
LIFF. I like that.
So good.
You know, because it shortens it up, whatever. And actually, the factory part is kind of an oxymoron because we don't just rush people ever.
No,
That's why we have
when
a
I get a
long line.
haircut from you, there's a reason why you have a certain time block. It doesn't matter who you obviously first don't want to be rushed. I've gotten haircuts that have been rushed and look like a butcher's job, but you want to make sure you nurture it and take the time to make sure that cut is good. You know,
My guys do the same thing. You know, because I believe in investing. You know, that's like an investment into your
is.
client.
Yep.
You know, this isn't New York City. You can't just pick somebody off the street. You know, we're in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And these people have things to do. You know, so when I was training Nick or anybody else that I train, any other barbers, whatever, that ask me,
Yep.
that's what it is. It's an investment. These people have a wedding to go to. They got a dinner. They got a first date. You know, they got all these
It's
things,
everything.
and you're just going to rob them for a 10-minute haircut.
Oof.
And then they'll never see you again, and then tell everyone they know how shitty of a barber you are for $30.
There's a reason that you were able to build books
Yes.
in all these locations because you're saying the investment part, but also the passion.
Yeah, man.
You got to be passion driven.
Feels good.
And dude, getting a haircut is always like, for me as a guy, is the thing. Like, you don't realize it until like it's like I'm like I'm over 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm like, oh man, I don't feel good. I'm just looking in the mirror. I'm just like,
Itchy.
something's not right. And then you get the haircut, and it's just like, I feel so much better. I still have fights with, not anymore, because I'm sorry, Joe, I haven't been showing up to your barbershop.
It's okay.
I
You're a
did want to
busy
mention
guy.
something real quick. I'll pivot for a second. But when you get the haircut, it just feels like you look good, you feel good. And you smell good. You just come out of there. It just feels like everything's great. I don't know what it is. And you get you do that every single day, man. Every single day. And you must also, because you love the art, because I see you do it, you always get the mirror out and you're just like, yo. You're excited for my haircut. You're like, yo, this shit looks fire. And you're just like, you're just as excited as I am. Like, and that's what I want my barber to feel like. Like, and I've gotten haircuts where guys like, done. But I watch your eyes, man, different ball game. I do have a question for you, Joe. So I know I don't show up to your barbershop anymore. I'm so sorry about that. I love you to death. It's just obviously because of work. But I gave you a new client in the last year.
Did.
Your new client, when you cut his hair, how old was he?
4 months. His first haircut.
Was that the youngest haircut you ever
Yeah.
have given? 4 months?
With that much hair, and definitely, needed a full cut. Yes.
So you cut kids, you can cut, oh wow, so you're able to cut hair. From that 4 months, how many times have you cut that client's hair?
I think it was from 4 to 1.
4 to 1, so that was, somebody help me out here.
That's 8 months.
Thank God I haven't fucking
Yeah, it's 8 months. So I cut his hair pretty much almost every month since then.
Since then.
Yeah.
So who's your client? Who's this person?
This is little Giuseppe.
My son.
That's right. He's a record holder at Long Island Fade Factory.
You heard it first.
Double record holder.
Double?
Yeah.
Really?
Youngest full haircut.
Okay.
And most haircuts before 1 year old.
Wow.
I want to get a plaque.
Dude.
I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. I would feel so honored. Then I'm going to have to come back.
Yeah. You're responsible.
I am responsible. You know, when I had, that was a big thing, man. You know, the trust behind you goes in so many levels. Obviously, in the beginning of the podcast, the personal stuff, but then you taking care of me day in, day out, and knowing the fact, like, here's my 4-month-old son. I need you to cut his hair. Nobody else. No one's touching his hair to this day. And I hear it all the time, like, from other people. Oh yeah, I went to this kid barbershop, and I'm like, no, stop that. And stop trying to be cheap with the barber, all right? And you're gonna get a cheap product. You're gonna get a crappy haircut, and the kid's gonna look ridiculous. And then they see Giuseppe's haircut, they see my haircut. He's like, yo, where'd you get your haircut? I'm like, I'm gonna go to Joey. And like, that's it. It's much more than just like a transactional thing that happens at that barbershop. You know, I think a really big component about the barbershop is like, you're basically a therapist. Wouldn't you say that? Are you like you're an unlicensed therapist, basically?
Yeah, I mean, I try, I give advice and stuff, but I know things about people that
no one knows.
No one knows, bro.
And it's good to have that outlet for those people.
Yeah.
You know, you're a special person in so many aspects where you could sit down in that chair, and I have done it too, where I've told you things where very private, and maybe I'm not feeling well, and I just need to talk to somebody. And it's nothing but ears. Ears are wide open, and nothing but positive reinforcement. That's also the other thing. And it's everything. The haircut, you look good, you feel good. You have the talk with the barber. It's just the whole experience built into it, you know? Instead of just, like I said, like the transaction. Oh, here's money, cut my hair, and then I walk out of it. You know, it's not your facility, your barbershop is not anything like a transactional thing. It is an experience. The Long Island Fade Factory is an awesome experience. So like you walk into the shop, man, like, so did you envision the way like obviously how it looks today? It looks incredible. You picked items and you put stuff. You got some sick logos, the graffiti, you got memorabilia, you even got, you know, people that are no longer here on that wall, man. And it's just like, it's so nice to have a place that is not just, like I said, a barbershop. It's a home. Like I feel good. I'm like, oh, I'm going to see Joey. I'm going to go see Nick. Now Drew's around. It's just like, you know, you got these incredible people. Like, but you know, so like, how did you start to when you obviously built the shop, it didn't have much. You had what you needed. But did you envision like the next step? Like I know one of the cool things is they got the toolbox where you got the tool.
Yeah, I got the toolboxes now.
It looks like
those are great.
And they're probably so useful. You can just on wheels, move it out of the way, clean the hair.
Yep. Simple. You know, and they look clean and they match the shop, you know, with the different colors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't know. Like we didn't have to do any build out, which was great, you know.
And that can cost a lot of money too.
Yeah. And one thing like I've always heard, like talking to people and networking and stuff, is people told me, like, prove that you can make money.
Ooh.
And then do stuff. And that's why the shop from almost 3 years now looks so different. And people always tell me, they're like, every time I come here, there's something new.
Yeah.
Every time. Because I go little by slowly. And that's it. You know, I'm not going to come in here and dump $100,000 into this. And just, like, all the excitement.
It's gone.
You threw it all away. Without proving anything. And now you're stressed and whatever, you know? So now, you know, I kept that mindset where, like, let's prove we can make money. And then just add things as we go. So that's what we did.
I love that, man. That's so, I don't even think about it that way, man. I really haven't. It's so cool to watch somebody like you. It's like, yeah, you walk in the barbershop, and the first year was just like, well, first of all, I always wanted to get my hair cut by you. And you're like, oh, I'm all the way out. And like, what were you, Smithtown or you Sayville? You were all the way out east when I first met.
When I first met you, I was helping my friend out at that store, and I was cutting at my house in Huntington.
And then when I found out you got the shop, I was like, yes. And then, because at the same time you were doing that, I was developing Dan, the home buyer business. Obviously, it wasn't Dan yet, but it was like us coming up.
And I watched that go too.
You did.
Cool.
You heard all my stories, man.
Yeah.
You watch it all unfold, man. This is much more than just, and that's why I wanted you on, man, is because you're much more than, I would say, an average friend. I would say it's just like, I find you like a brother. Like you're one of the guys. First, I know I could pick up the phone and call you at any given moment and I could talk to you. I know that for a fact. And if and it works both ways. Like you need anything,
Absolutely.
I need anything. I feel like it's always been mutual. Just the fact they stopped going to the barbershop. That's a whole nother.
You gave me your son and your nephew.
Yes.
So you traded.
Yes, I did.
You're welcome back anytime, Dan.
I remember when you said that, man. You said to me, you're like, dude, you gave me one of the best gifts. Like when I brought Giuseppe there, you're like, yo, you gave me a lifetime client. I'm like, holy crap, he's right.
Yeah. And
that really, like, I'm feeling it right now. Like that really just hit home, man. I was just like, here's my son, and now my brother that cuts my hair is the one going to take care of my son. I trust you with my son, bro. Like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially with scissors and making sure he looks good,
yeah.
And how you cut kids' hair, dude. And my wife said this too. You are very good, but patient. You really put the time in. You make the kid laugh. You know the phone's involved, trying to distract them. But how'd you figure that out, man? Like that's a very tough thing to cut a kid's hair. But you perfected that art, I would say, better of a lack of way of saying it.
Honestly, I think just experience, you know?
Okay.
Like, I think about things later. Like, I'm doing it now. Maybe I messed it up, whatever. But then I'm going to think about it fucking on my way home.
So, oh wow! So you really, like, if you felt like you screwed up somebody's hair or like something that you think you could have improved, you sit there.
And not even just hair, whatever, anything I do in my life, you know.
Of course.
So I've always done that, like, you know, I guess reflection, whatever. But
of course, yeah, man.
You know, cutting kids when I was 17, I'm like, fuck that, I hate this. You know, this is not part of a job. You know, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But it's what you just said before. That's more than money.
It is.
You know, it's more than the $25 I get for a kid's cut. It means nothing to me. You know what I mean? But that alone right there, what you were just explaining, is why I do that.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're putting in 5 minutes in the beginning. You're not cutting hair, but you're making that kid comfortable. And then it's actually easier for me throughout the whole rest of the cut.
So it sounds like you're investing in the kid.
And that's exactly what it's about. Like, I'm taking that, and I'm not just throwing a cape on a kid.
Yeah.
Think about it in his shoes.
Yep.
This stranger that you don't know is throwing something over your neck, tightening it, and then putting this thing that sounds like a chainsaw to your head.
Oh, shit. You're right.
And then taking a big pair of sharp scissors to your head. Now, if you don't trust me at all, you're going to give me a hard time.
Yep.
And you might get hurt as the kid, you know what I mean? And like, I think about that and I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, so just make the kid laugh. If I can make the kid laugh in the first 5 minutes, that's it. I got him. He's going to sit.
Well, you're good at that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we mess around, dude. You know,
I love it. I just love being there. That you could talk about virtually anything, bust chops, and no one's feelings are really hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously certain things we don't cross certain lines in certain areas, but more is that the respect and what we do at the barbershop, just camaraderie and bullshit, and is fine. I do want to ask you a question, man. What was like the worst experience cutting somebody's hair besides that guy with the job interview? Was there anything else besides that? Like you cut somebody's hair and you thought it was good, and it was good. You did it. So let me ask you a little bit better. Somebody asked you for a haircut, and you did exactly what they said for it. The you know, whatever size it is, and then they walked at like flipping out on you. Like, what was like one of the worst experiences you had? I gotta hear a little backstory.
I don't know if that exact scenario really happened to me,
but something in that nature.
In that first shop in Sabo, what happened was this guy, he was getting his hair cut for me, and I had a license. You know, I thought I had a barber license, so I'm a pro. He was like, I was cutting his hair with the scissors. Mm-hmm. I didn't really know what I was doing yet. He's like, dude, get the cape off me. You don't know what you're doing. That's what he told me in a packed barbershop. on a Saturday in front of everybody. He told me loudly, "Get me out of this chair." And I was like, "Oh my God, bro." Like,
Yo, how didn't you quit?
I almost did that day.
That
bro.
day.
That day, I really almost did, dude. I was like, fuck it. I went outside, smoked a cigarette. The guy gave me a tip. He paid, gave me a tip and everything, but I didn't ring him up. I was like, fuck this shit. I went outside and I'm like, fuck this guy.
Wow, man.
And, but like, how many other people thought that but didn't say anything?
I have.
That's the crazy thing.
I have.
You have, right?
100%. I have gotten,
Yeah.
it's like, it's one of those things. I've gotten bad haircuts and I've straight up, so like with my scar on my head, you know about my scar. You know, I remember I couldn't find, my barber was out, all the barbers are out, and I found some random old guy. And I was going away on vacation. I had to get cut because I knew I was jumping on a plane. I gotta look fresh. So I went to this old guy. I'm like, yo, you got to cut my hair like this, so my scar is slightly covered, this, bada ding, bada ba, and you got to cut it especially like this. Make sure you do it, because only my barber knew how to do it at that time. And this is like, I'm talking about 15 years ago. Actually, no, about 10 years ago. He's like, okay, old man with the glasses hanging down, and the shirt is like, you know, he's got a button down, but it's
Half
flopped,
tucked.
it's half. For some reason, it's half tucked.
Yeah.
It's half tucked. Anyway. I see him turn over, he grabs a buzzer, and you see him, and then all of a sudden he goes, zoop. I said, what in the F are you doing? He's like, I told you I want you to cover up the scar. He's like, he just straight up looked at me and he goes, you gotta relax, man. I'm like, no, like you screwed up my hair. He's like, bro, this is your head. You got a scar on your head. It's who you are. Stop thinking about it so much. And in that moment, I was still pissed. I still let him finish the haircut. And I paid him and I tipped him. So I was in that moment. But that was actually a very different moment where I was like, he's right. I always, like, if you looked at like my passport photo, and I'll send it to you. So like my hair would be like all neatly cut here. And then this side would just be bushed out to cover up the scar. I always covered up the scar. It was shameful. Kids made fun of me in school about it. But then when I started wearing it as my identity, first of all, I forgot about it there. Everybody thinks I look like a badass. I really should make a line going through it and make a D out of it. I think that's what you should do, is do my logo, see if you can nail my logo on a vertical way. But I've been in that experience where I'm just like, I got a bad haircut. I don't know what it is. I probably would speak up now, but I've done it so many times where I paid the barber and I tipped them. I think it was one time where I didn't tip them.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird thing, you know? Like, I'm not going to send my food back. I'm not that guy.
Oh, so so how do you prefer your steak?
Rare.
Okay. So if you got, let's say, medium, are you sending that back?
No, I'm going to eat it, man. And I'm just going to chalk it up to the game.
You're such an Italian.
I'm going to chalk it up.
You're such an Italian. I love you for it, because that's such an Italian thing. It's like never send the food back. What are you crazy? Do not send the food back. Like, that's the worst thing you can possibly do.
It's like, you know, first of all, you're that guy. Second, it's going to take me even longer now at dinner.
Yeah.
You know, like, I want to eat and go, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But, yeah, it's just, I don't know what it's about. I don't know, man. I'm thinking,
What?
you just lifted your hat up? Let me see that. Bro, we got to do something about that.
What do you mean?
Matter of fact, I have my stuff. I got it.
How much is it going to cost me?
For you?
Give me the real price to my audience. We need the real price. How much would a private haircut by Mr. Joseph?
So it's my day off. Let's remember that. My day off.
So what are we at?
So you're asking me for real, or are we like, you know,
No,
is this a joke?
I want both answers.
My joking answer is like $1,000.
It's $1,000.
Because I don't really want to do that a lot. But if I was to really do that, to come all the way out here, the distance and all that, I would want $200 for a haircut.
Still not
You know what I mean? But you know, I tell people, yeah, $1,000, just so you say, all right, never mind. You know. But I brought my stuff today.
Get out of here.
I haven't seen you in so long, and this is the only time that I think I'm going to see you for a while.
Probably. See, my schedule's so crazy where I figured do the podcast, get a haircut, and talk to Joey at the same exact time collectively. That's how creative I am.
Wow. So you actually did this on purpose. Let your hair grow like that. You knew that I would not.
You wouldn't allow me to walk out of the podcast studio. That's
No.
why I've been wearing a hat.
You're strategic. I see you.
Before we do the haircut, how do you feel if somebody when they get their haircut, they come in with a hat? This is a good question. They come in with a hat, they take it off, you give them a haircut, and then they put the hat back on. Come on, Joey. Real answers. I want a real answer there.
To me, it's like, first of all, I think about it from every angle. Why would you want to get the loose hair in your hat?
Absolutely not.
Second, you obviously don't love the cut because you threw the hat back on.
Ooh.
But I just say that to mess with people. I don't really care, honestly. Throw your hat on. Fine.
All right, let's get to work, Joey.
Let's do it.
We're live. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. A first time. Dan, the home buyer man, podcast man, safety man, whatever you want to call me, man. I got my man Joey. He's going to give me a haircut. Right, Joey?
That's right. Long Island Fade Factory is outside of the shop.
Hell yeah.
At the studio.
Let's do it, baby. So, Joe, what is the first thing you do when you see a haircut like this? Like, obviously it's a mess, but what are you looking at when you're looking at somebody's head like this? I'm curious, because you just cut my hair. I don't think too much about it. What's going through your head right now? Well, you know my haircut, but.
Well, if you were a new client for me, I would definitely just ask you, what don't you like about the last guy
Ooh.
that cut you? What happened? Why are you here? What are you looking for?
Why are you here?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man.
So
you just immediately identified the problem. See, what I love about Joey, by the way, guys, is that I just sit down in the chair. Magic happens.
And I haven't cut his hair in months, and I still remember what he gets.
See,
so.
That's the kind of love it.
So, same as always, right?
I always is, man.
All right.
Yeah. But you made up some good points, Joe. Like the big date, the big wedding, all those things. For me now, it's it's the podcast. It's the podcast. You're doing up my podcast right now, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a first for me as well.
Yeah. Oh, you never been on a podcast before and cut somebody's hair? That seems pretty normal.
But this does remind me of back in the day when I would cut hair in people's kitchens, during COVID and even before that, when I would cut at my house.
Oh, man.
It's bringing me back.
See? Joey always has taken care of me, where he would listen to me and provide such great feedback. But now I'm giving Joey nostalgia vibes, because everybody just wants to live in the past, right? That was a joke.
That's it, man.
So, as you're cutting my hair, Joseph, I know when I move my head too much. Is that when do you get tired of it? When there's oh God, you got to stop moving.
Well, I'll be like, we gotta be serious now.
Yes.
I'll say that. If we're messing around, we're laughing, having a good time, because usually I'm on a time schedule and I'm like, all right. But I'm good at navigating it, kind of like you are with this. You know the timings and all that. So.
Well, thank you. That's a good point. I love when I don't love it. So you probably experience this all the time, every day. But it'll be you, Nick, whoever's in the shop, busting balls, right? And then you're doing the serious end of the cut, where I got to stay still, leave my face, and you guys decide to start making fun of me, where I cannot respond. I can't respond because I'm gonna fuck up my hair.
Well, that is a secret of ours that you just exposed to the world.
Did they teach that? Did they taught you at BOCES, or is that when you get your license? When do you find out that secret?
No, you find that when you become a real barber.
Ooh.
You find that out then.
So yeah, I think for the buzzing, I'm just gonna remain quiet, let you do your thing.
What, you want me to talk there?
No, I mean, you can talk, man. It doesn't matter. I just don't. It doesn't matter.
Well, because there's going to be a lot of buzzer work, so it's going to be.
I gotcha. So the fade is. So this is the hardest part, right? What you're doing right now, or no?
No.
What would you say is the hardest part?
I'd say, well, the setup, yeah, because when I'm doing a haircut like this, I'm not only like just making it shorter, I'm following your head, you know. I'm following this ridge in the back here. You know, I'm making sure it doesn't go up too high on the side just in case it indents at the top, which is the case for you.
I have a dent in my head?
Yeah, you're dent-headed. It's all right. A lot of people are.
Are you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. We're in the same club.
Yeah. So it's really about the setup, and that's like when you start getting more advanced as a barber, is you can look at these things and you know, use your judgment on how to do the haircut.
So it's basically, you're really just, better for lack of way of saying it is like you're sculpting me.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
When did you figure out that you like, the best way to ask this question, when did you find out like, I know how to cut hair now? How many years did it take you when you found like, I can cut hair?
Honestly, before I could be comfortable, like in most clients in my chair, before then, probably.
Really?
Realistically, probably 3 years.
Wow.
Where I was like, I'm not worried about any haircut. Anyone can sit with me. I'm good.
Do you think now where you're at that you are at your peak, like your top, or you think you still have room to improve?
The thing about this business, man, is there's always the styles are ever changing.
That's a very good point.
But there's always the classics like this. And when you're someone like me who's been cutting hair for a while, a lot of my clients get the same. I have a lot of long-time clients, you know.
Yeah, you
and
told
they
me
don't
about
really change it up, you know.
Well, let's talk about Rob Smith because you know we want to think about. Has he ever changed his hairstyle?
Yeah, we change it up.
Really?
You know.
Interesting.
But we talk about it. I'm not scared to tell somebody if something's not gonna look good on them. You know?
Well, that's always been the thing too, man. Like whenever I got a haircut with you and I wanted to change it up, you're like, no. You got to do it this way. And I'll tell you what I want. You're like, Dan, it's like at the end of the day, you're the professional.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I come to you to take care of that, and I'm going to take your advice. And guess what? Guess who's been right every single time?
Me.
Of course.
As always.
Well, he's not right like every single time about haircuts. He's just right about every single thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not new.
No. He was like, he wouldn't even allow me to cut his hair until I said, you're right about everything in life.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy I want from all my customers.
So, Joe, I know we started out in the chairs, you know, and doing a podcast, you know, definitely out of your comfort zone. First time doing it. Do you feel like you're in your element now?
Yeah, this is...
Joey's in his prime right now.
Yeah. This brings me back, you know. I've cut a lot of people in their kitchens. I've cut a lot of people in my basement. I cut people at my grandma's house. I cut people at their house. You know, everybody. So I've cut outside in the winter. So you know, this is what I do, man. This is it.
So, how often do you get bugged by family members to cut their hair on the fly, like? Especially on your day off, like, do you get that question pretty often?
Yeah.
Or have you just it's already known, like, don't bother me, or do you do it? Like,
I'll do it for
really?
the right price.
$1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
I understand. That's it. It's goes Long Island Fade Factor. You'll see his prices on there, and then says exclusive haircut at your home on my day off, $1,000.
Yeah. I mean, today I actually did a haircut at 8 a.m. on my day off at the shop.
Well, who's this lucky person?
This is a longtime client of mine, was coming to me since my first shot.
So he believed in you.
Yeah, but also he offered me $100. And I was like, all right, I'll go to the shop. Because I was going to the gym across the street anyway. So I was like, you know what? I'll go do it.
So, Joe, I know you spend a lot of time at the barbershop, you know. On average, how many haircuts a day?
Depends, you know, because I have a couple options. I have a half-hour option and an hour option.
Okay.
If people pick all 1 hours, I do 10 haircuts.
10
in
haircuts.
My schedule, unless I do an overtime cut, whatever, you know, because I'll do that for the right price as well.
Always the right price.
Yeah.
There's always a dollar amount against it.
There is a dollar amount on the overtime cuts.
Gotcha.
Always. And everybody knows that. You know, people, I don't even have to really tell people who ask me that. They're like, listen, I'll hook you up. I understand you've worked all day and you stood up all day because I don't take breaks. You know that.
I know that,
Really?
dude. You don't eat food. You don't eat food.
Yeah.
Like
Some days I do. But
no, I know you do. But like I text you ever so often, and like I just know if there's no response, there's no response. And that's another thing I love about you as a barber. There's no BS. You're unless the only time I ever see you pick up on the phone unless it was an extremely urgent phone call. But other than that, you are never ever on your phone making phone calls because I text you and I don't get a response to you until maybe that night or the next day.
yeah. Well, you know what, man? People are paying for my time.
100%.
And I have a schedule to keep. You have a schedule to keep. Nobody, it's not that important, you know?
Ooh.
It's not. Like, we got to keep going.
What's important is the investment behind your client sitting in that chair.
These are the little things, and you may have pointed that out, but a lot of people wouldn't even know to point that out. They don't even know that they like that. It's just part of the experience.
Yeah.
So, like, they can't pinpoint, like, oh, I like that he's not on his phone. But they,
Well,
you know,
at the end of the day, for me, it comes down to this. You're talking about time. Your time is valuable. I am paying you to perform a service. My time is valuable.
Yeah.
Both of our time is valuable. And my biggest thing, what is the most important thing that comes down in general in life is respecting people's time. If I'm running late, I let them know at least half an hour, whenever I can. I know I'm gonna run late. I will message them. But I hate wasting people's time, and I hate when people waste my time.
Yeah.
Because you know what the thing about time is, Joey? You know what it is about time? Maybe you know it. What's the thing about time?
They don't make more of it.
They don't make more of it.
Can't get it back.
That's it.
5 minutes could throw my whole day.
Really?
Yeah. I could make it up, but
But like you said, why do you spend? It takes about an hour to cut a hair. There's a reason why. And even you're running late, you'll lag behind that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But listen, I get it. Listen, I get to the shop sometimes, and you'll probably have somebody in your chair that's in there. Like, Dan, I got another 10 minutes, and I don't expect you, expect you just to all of a sudden, like, oh, dude, this is my time. Like, have you had that? Have you ever had really? So you had people like tell you that, and then like never seen them again, or like they still come back?
No, they come back. It was like a friend of mine who like was just like breaking my balls, but you know. He said, like, oh, dude, my appointment's at 5 o'clock. It's 5:10, you know? But, like, I'm ready to wrap it up in 2 minutes from then. You know what I mean? He's just messing with me. But, like, that is the truth, really. You know?
Shit.
I am 10 minutes behind, you know? So, like, that is the truth. But that's one thing, like, most people, like, everybody who's ever come to my shop in Wantor, they know that I've never even been behind a full haircut.
No, you never ever had. I never waited for like I never had I never sat down and you were so late where I was waiting. Somebody sits in the chair and there's you got a full haircut going on.
At most I've ever been was 15 minutes.
So, Joe, obviously you cut all aspects of hair. Do you ever have the heart to heart with clients when they're balding and it says it's time to let it go?
Yeah, I've had it.
Oh, man.
I have a friend now who's like, I'm going to grow my beard, and then once it's at a right length, then I'm going to have you shave it. And I told him, you know what? I think that's a good decision. Because you know what? Even if you go and do it at home, whatever, like, I don't care about getting your money. Like, I want you to look better and feel better about yourself, you know? Like,
100%.
But it's funny because, like, I mess with them. I'm like, now you can get one of my most expensive services.
Which
is a hot towel head shave.
That's $2,000.
Yeah, at home.
At home.
But yeah, at the shop, so I mess with them. They're like, you can't do anything for me. I'm like, actually, you have one of the most expensive services we offer.
Ooh.
So they love hearing that.
I bet they do.
Dude, I got bald guys who come into the store and make appointments with me. They got a beard. Or I shave their head with the straight razor and the hot towel. You know, like, it's still
The
'cause
experience.
what we were talking about before. It's you're coming in, you're telling me, oh, I'm having a kid soon. You know, like this is the kinds of things that I hear from people.
Told you, he's an unlicensed therapist.
Yeah. So the bald guy is coming in for a head shave that he could do in 5 minutes
Oh,
at home.
so I think there was this famous wrestler that had long hair. I don't know who he was. Whatever his name was. Apparently he had this long hair, and he decided to shave his head off, and his hair never grew back. Have you ever experienced that where like you had someone with long hair and they couldn't grow their hair back because they've been holding on to long hair for so long?
No, not really. I mean, I know one kid who recently shaved his head, and I think he's just keeping it short now because he had the long hair. So like now he's like enjoying the short hair life. But no, I've never really had something like that, like
Gotcha.
where it's like I can't grow it back now. You know.
Gotcha. Is long hair like so? Like, what's it's kind of like a loaded question a little bit, but like, what's your kind of favorite hair to cut? Like, do you like when someone comes in with a really long like hair that you get to spend like really be creative with it, or doesn't matter?
It's fun, you know. It's definitely fun.
Do you think it's more challenging too because that person's really changing their whole entire appearance?
It could be sometimes, you know, but
Yeah.
But actually, sometimes the guy who gets his haircut every week, it's like you can't change anything. There's nothing to, you know, you're just really skinning out the sides.
Gotcha.
So it's like the art of it kind of leaves, you know?
So I was trying to fish for some barber etiquette. I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again because you're in your element right now, Joey. How do you feel about people sitting in this chair and they're on their phone like this, using the phone while you cut?
I don't really.
Does that? Well, do you not just want to leave it alone because you know a lot of people do it, or?
Yeah, I'll just like move your head up and tell you to like hold your phone out like this. Sometimes if it's like in my way.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't care really. Listen, it's my job to navigate.
I was being creative.
You know, it's my job to just get it done. You know.
Nick, isn't it surprising that we're talking so much about you, bro? Because now I'm going to talk about you in a little bit. So, Nick, congratulations on getting engaged, bro. By the way, very happy for you. Very lucky girl. And what was I getting at?
He's a lucky guy.
He's a lucky guy, yeah. Very lucky guy. Very handsome too. He's so handsome. Damn, I just can't. Okay, I gotta stop talking about Nick. No, the reason I bring up Nick because I know he was you brought him through the ranks. So like obviously he went through the process of like showing his worth. He came to the shop. He was sweeping. He was pushing. He was busting his ass, and you admired that. So what was the next conversation with him saying, listen, and Nick's like, you know, you were going to take him, cut his hair. Like, how did that like come about?
Well, I told him from the beginning that you're going to be a barber, you know? And I kind of just threw him in the fire, man. I had a lot of customers
Hell
who were willing to help me by letting him cut their hair.
Yes.
So, like, I had a lot of clients who, you know, either didn't care much or just wanted to help and be a part of Long Island Fade Factory as we know it today. You know, like back then, nobody knew what it was going to be. Like, I didn't even know we were going to last. So, like, these guys really just helped him, you know, and helped me. And, like, you know, they come in still to this day and they're like, I remember when Nick butchered my hair, you know, on, like, one of his first haircuts ever.
That was the payback from that first barber.
Yeah. Yep.
How'd you feel leaving the shop? Well, let me ask you this. What do you do in that sense? Did you try fixing it? Like, so here's a better question. I know I'm kind of like rambling a little bit. You can cut your own hair, right?
Not really.
Really? Okay.
I could do the sides and my beard and all that, but I don't want to. I like getting a haircut. It's half the reason I became a barber. I love that feeling that you were talking about.
I'm getting it right now.
Yeah.
I feel incredible right now.
I enjoy it, man. You know?
So, like, guiding Nick through this, so letting him take the chance on you, like, you're giving him those rooms of opportunity. Because just like that guy you mentioned that gave you a shot with the lease and, you know, vouching for you, I guess you might have felt that was in your nature to do the same thing. Regardless, I know there's history with Nick too, but even that factor is just saying, yo, I need a barber. At the same time, let's give him a shot.
Yeah, it was a win-win in my eyes, and like I love win-wins.
Those are the best kind of wins.
Yeah, where like, you know, not only do I benefit, but someone else is gonna. Who knew that he was gonna stick around?
Yeah.
He didn't even know, you know. So,
So fucking, that is so cool,
it's
man.
cool, man. It is cool. It's something different. It's
These are the parts of the journey I love. I
Yeah.
love hearing these backstories. How did people come into these places? And now, for me, it's like I know I can walk in your barbershop. Well, I already knew it, but I know I can walk in the barbershop, and it doesn't matter if you. I hate to say it, but it's true. But you want this. Oh, Joey's not in today. Yo, Nick, can you cut my hair?
Yeah.
Oh, Drew, can you cut my hair? Like, there's always that option now where it's just like I'm not so dedicated to you. Hence why I left Joey. He was just too busy, and then Nick got too busy, and then like, their schedules are so booked that you can't book them until next year.
That's not true. Come down today.
Come down today. Let's piggyback a little bit on Rob Smith.
Yo, Rob's like,
Yo,
we need Rob on it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get Rob on you. So with Rob, I know he gets a haircut every week.
Yeah.
Is he pre-booked?
Yeah.
How in advance is he like pre-booked?
I got him 14 weeks out. Yeah.
That's his spot.
Yeah. 11:30.
Good for him.
But like we were saying before, like
So
it's
he gets a
the
haircut
timing.
52 times a year.
Yeah. Unless, you know, like this week actually he has to go and get a
What?
cut at the shop without me because I'm gonna be away for my boy's bachelor party.
Hell yeah, where are you going?
Ocean City,
Hell yeah.
Maryland.
You got a book there?
No, not yet.
Yo, build a book over there, bro.
We'll call it the Maryland Fade Factory.
I love it. Plug in word.
But one thing about like my store, man, like how you were just saying how you could walk in and anybody could cut you,
Yep.
and you'd be all right.
Yep.
That's something that I seen in other shops that wasn't happening, and I wanted to happen in my store.
Yeah, I know you definitely. I hate to say it, not to talk about people, but I've seen people come and go in your shop, and I think obviously that's the reason. You know, it's just they're not up to your standards of cutting. You're not going to sell a product that's half-ass or not good enough. Where, like you just said, yo, I should walk in that shop and go, it doesn't matter, Joey's not there.
Yeah.
What you got? And that took forever. I remember, dude, like the first year you didn't have Nick yet, and you were really like. Or did you have Nick?
He was there the whole time, but he wasn't cutting really.
He wasn't cutting, but I just remember you, even when you got Nick still, I just remember having the conversation with you. You're like, bro, I need more barbers. I need more barbers. Is there a shortage, bro?
I think there is. I think right now, a lot of people are getting those studios.
I heard about this. So like they just get like just a one place.
Don't get me started on the studios.
Oh,
you want
God.
to get me started?
Yeah, bro, this is the place for your bitch and gripe because this is what's gonna get 1 million views. No, seriously, like
Don't get me wrong.
no, come on, let's hear
I'm all
about.
about going out on your own and doing your own thing. I don't, even my own guys, I'm not scared of you doing your own thing. I want you to. I want you to grow one day. You know, I don't want you to be stuck under me forever. But when you're ready, go. These guys are going out there seeing this shit on Instagram saying, oh, I charged this guy $150 for this haircut. Do you think it's worth it? And they give him like a little low taper. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Because half of that shit's fake anyway. And that's what like these young barber school kids don't know. Because that's bullshit. Clickbait.
Ooh.
And even if it's not, guess how many people are really doing that, dude?
Yeah.
How many people are doing that? Even people I know who actually have a lot of money are not going to do that.
It's not about the money, bro. It's about the passion, what we've been talking about. And that's like, you're taking away that. I hear it in your voice. The whole thing, when you like me, and I'll pick real estate That's a good topic, right, Dan? Real estate? Of course, like real estate. I didn't realize like everything has an art. Everything has a way of playing it out. There are old school traditions, how to navigate life, how to do things. And then when you rob those certain things of whatever the characteristics that are behind it, like for real estate, so here's a big one with real estate. You want to invest in real estate, you need an education. You got to figure out what you're doing. And one of the big components, just to keep things simple for the podcast, is like, you got to go out and see these houses. You got to put the time in and build the trust between me and a real estate agent, or, me getting comfortable in a house. Like, oh, this is a good property. And it's the same aspect, just a different formality for your business. Your business works in that same aspect. And quite honestly, I don't want to go to a closet to get a haircut.
Yeah. Yeah. And
but the other thing too, and I think you can answer it good, like you're mentioning like, YouTube and the big term thrown around, YouTube University. It's fake, bro. Like people trying to sell you stuff like in real estate, it's like, oh, you can buy and invest in real estate. It's so simple. It is simple once you have the knowledge and you spend, 4 or 5 years understanding the art. Yes, it is simple. But now, like you're saying the same thing. Like people are just selling this just to make money. There's no love. There's no passion.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is too about it is you just said it perfectly, Like,
thank you.
That's like, this is simple after years. This haircut is simple for me. This lighting, this chair, this everything is not ideal, but the haircut's still simple for me. I've been a barber since 2012, full time.
That's crazy. And you're not even 30 years old.
I am 30.
You're 30?
I'm 30.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
It's miserable here. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
I think 30s are gonna be my best years.
30s have been my best years. 20s is the years that you and me went through a lot of hardship.
Yeah.
We got sober, and I'm so glad you and me got sober at a young age because we first of all, we used to live 2 different lives, and now we live, back of a letter way of saying it, we live the best life possible.
Yeah.
And now swinging everything you built, Joey, before the age of 30, and you're this man, and now you have a clear-cut head. Because I know what you want to do with this business. What's like the ultimate dream for you with the barbershop, man?
Well, first of all, I still have an open chair, so
Joey needs somebody.
I need to fill that.
Right. But still, go on.
I mean, ideally, like I want to do another shop or 2.
Okay.
But like not till this one's set up exactly how it's supposed to be running. It's pretty much there. We just need a 4th guy to sit and really fit in with us and keep our culture, Long Island Faith Factory culture, going. Because that's important.
100%. So Joey, if you ever decide to make another barbershop, but I know you're a smart man because you stacked all that money to build the first barbershop. I'm saying this live on the podcast. Well, it's not live, it's pre-recorded. But I'm saying this on the podcast. Joey, I will invest whatever amount of money into you. If you ever decide to open another shop, you have my 100% backing.
I appreciate that, bro. I really do.
I'm not even just saying that just because of the podcast. I'm saying that because of your mentality, everything that goes along with it. It's just like, it's like the guy that said, you're not gonna quit. I just know what you're gonna build.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah.
I think that
So you have funding. Whatever it is, you got funding. I'm here. Yeah. I raise my hand.
You know what? Right after the 4th guy, we're going. Let's go. But you know what? I'll tell you this.
Let me hear it.
My first boss, Mr. Nick.
Why was it Mr. Nick?
That's the name of the shop.
Okay,
but he's
so
Mr. Nick. His name is Nick.
Okay.
This guy, he put 4 shops in less than a mile of each other.
What?
He owns all the buildings.
Okay.
This guy is a baller.
Yeah.
But they're all within a mile. Everyone called him stupid.
No.
And I'm like, dude, first of all, you leave here because we're too busy, go down the road, he's still getting that money.
Yep.
And just like how you said there's barbershops everywhere before and you still flourish, whatever, what you were saying before when we were sitting down.
Well, dude, it's a massive competition. You're fighting with sharks. This is no joke. What kind of establishment you have? I mean, how many before you keep going into that story, like how many barbershops have you heard fail? Like what's on average the year span of starting a barbershop, and how much time needs to pass for it to be successful?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't. I think that it's something most of them fail in 2 years.
2 years. Okay, so you got some idea.
Um,
But go back to Mr. Nick's story now. So he had them all within a mile radius, which you were just mentioning culture. If you're going to manage a business, especially yours, not to say you couldn't open, like where you're talking about Maryland, that you couldn't open a shop down there, but you know within that mile radius, you have eyes on your shop.
Yeah, so not only that, but this guy used to go, it's amazing. He used to go from this shop, and we'd all give him his money.
Uh-huh.
And then he drives to the next shop. 4 more barbers give him envelopes of money. Then he goes to the next shop. 4 more barbers. And guess what? He had 2 more in Patchogue, so he really had 6. But
that's what
he's just collecting. He never came. Never came down.
How old was Mr. Nick?
At that time, probably like less than 40.
This is what's going to happen to Joey. Watch.
I don't know.
This is what's going to happen to Joey.
I don't know. I can't tell you that.
I'm telling you that.
Well, I hope so. But I'll tell you what, man, like that guy, he really killed it, bro. And he's still around. Shops are still there. I still got love for Nick.
Now I know you're crying out for a barber.
I need that. I'm about to put up a bounty.
Ooh, what's the bounty?
$1,000.
There we go. That's a special number.
I'm dead serious. If I hire somebody that you send to me, I will give you $1,000.
So here we go. You
have to hire them.
Finder's fee.
Yes. That's for real.
Does he have to be Italian?
Ideally. Ideally.
My thing was always, I don't know what it was, Russian Jews. That was like my thing.
Well, they took over the whole business.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. They know how to cut hair.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just saying it used to be all Italians. Now it's all Russian Jews.
Once you say like Italians always have either one of these crafts. Either one, they work at a deli and they work at a meat place.
Yeah.
2, they're a carpenter or a mason. And I think the last one is a barber. Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah. I mean, there's just regular business guys too, you know?
Of course, yeah.
They're in taxi, like everything. Anything you could really think of, grocery stores. You know, there's always a guy who owns a grocery store.
Yeah.
But my Uncle Richie, he's a carpenter.
Of course, he's Italian.
Of course.
Joey's the Northern Italian, by the way, if you haven't guessed the red hair features. My brother's just has the same features. Yeah. But what was I gonna get at? Now I'm drawing a blank. I was on a roll.
We have been talking nonstop.
We have, Joe. Your social lubricant, how's that doing today?
This is nothing. I go 10 hours a day straight.
To different people, different person. Oh, man.
So we're on the same conversation, technically, you know?
We haven't changed conversations?
I mean, you're the same person.
Oh, yes.
I'm not doing an introduction over and over again like I usually do. How you been? You know? It's like entertain all day. That's my job, you know? Which I love it. I enjoy it. That's really...
So would you say you have to be a people's person to be a barber?
Yeah, I would say that. If you don't like people, this is probably the worst job that you could ever find.
Oh, man.
You know?
So, Joey, whenever you're done after a very, very long day, does it always feel like you just had a haircut?
No.
No, what I meant by that, the amount of hair.
Oh, yeah. Picture you getting 20 of these in a day. 20 haircuts.
How do you get used to that, bro? I don't know. It's like I had this question. Somebody asked me, like, I saw this question. Would you rather be itchy for the rest of your life, or would you rather be sticky for the rest of your life?
I'd probably pick itchy.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I deal with it now.
So
I'm living it.
You're living it.
Yeah. But I don't know. I try to, like, throughout the day, lint roll, you know.
Is it all over your car?
Yeah, sometimes. But I get my car cleaned a lot. So
I know you got a nice pickup truck, right? What do you got? What do you got there?
I got the Toyota Tacoma, man.
Toyota Tacoma
From Eric.
Do you know what I got?
You got the Tundra. I seen it. I was looking at it in the parking lot.
Yo, Eric.
You hooked it up, right?
Bro.
I told you.
You were so right.
I told you.
And when I messaged him, he was in Hawaii. I'm like, I hope I'm not bothering
Actually,
him.
he owes me a finder's fee.
$1,000?
Yeah, I want my $1,000. Finder's fees everywhere. Man.
Eric's the freaking man, dude. Like,
He hooked it up.
dude, my truck. So I was originally gonna go with the gray one, and I always go with black and dark features of a truck. And I always wanted a pickup truck. And yours is white too, right?
Yeah, white.
My wife goes, "You got to get white." I'm like, "Yeah, but what about this?" And I'm like, "You got to get white." And then I literally was about to. Eric had everything locked up for this black one, right? And last second, I told Eric, like, "Yo, I need a white one." I said, "I'm buying the truck. I'm buying the
He was
truck."
probably pissed.
Of course, who wouldn't be? Actually, he wasn't really. I don't know if he was behind the scenes, but lack of a better way, maybe he was pissed because that's Eric sometimes.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't attack you.
But so good, man. Well, Eric's just like you, man. He's just one of those good dudes out there that, you know, I might not talk to you for X amount of time. And then, you know, when I message Eric, you know, I thought it was bothering him, but he's like, no, I'm in Hawaii. And then he's like, I'm gonna line you up, bro. But he
probably did have to deal from Hawaii.
Oh yeah, no, the gears started turning right away. Yeah. And dude, he got me this white Tundra with this, I think it's like a winter blizzard type, and it's just, I can't stop looking at it.
Yeah, nice truck.
Yeah. So I'm talking about Eric. I'm talking about Rob. People that are like, holy crap, why the hell are they talking about it on a podcast? But let's dive in a little bit about this. You know, your network. You basically know probably every single type of business owner.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like another thing that I want these like young people, young barbers to understand is like you could learn about anything you want for free. Anything. So, I talked to you about the real estate so many times. Half of what I know about real estate is from you and guys like you. Like all for free. And you actually pay me.
You hear this? I'm paying the barber.
But like for real, like I'm not trying to like sound like anything, but like
no, I got you.
From a barber, like if a young barber is listening to this right now,
yep,
like that's what you could get out of it. It's what you take out of it, you know?
I think that's really good value and advice. So normally I have no idea what my hair looks like right now because I would have a mirror in front of me. Is it good? James James has a thumbs up.
Not bad for a half in the dark fade, huh?
Well, we needed the romantic setting for this. Come on.
Yeah. I'm all about the brick and the green. It's crazy. This is definitely a unique
all right, Joey.
Scenario.
All right, you ready for this? We're gonna do some rapid questions with you, bro.
Rapid questions.
Let's go. All right. What's your favorite color?
Yellow.
Really?
Yeah.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Damn. This isn't so rapid.
Wait, what was that?
This isn't so rapid after all.
I just asked you.
Probably.
You got to answer.
Rapidly, I know, but I'm being slow.
Oh, you're making fun of yourself. Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
Probably say flight. That's cool.
You want to fly? Flying Joey.
It's between flight and X-ray vision.
What the hell are you gonna do with X-ray vision?
You can see, like, imagine as a real estate guy, you could see through you could see cracked foundation from across the street. Yeah.
I don't think I'll be a real estate agent. I think I'll just be called problem solver. Pay me, and I will know exactly what's wrong in 3 seconds.
Like something you could use.
I didn't even think about that. See, I went the perverted way, but never mind. We'll keep continuing.
Well, that's great too, but you know.
All right. Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Okay. Are you a Disney fan?
No. Couldn't care less.
Wow. Interesting.
I don't have kids.
It doesn't matter. Favorite movie? Come on, it better be a mobster movie. If he doesn't see The
Well, of
Godfather,
course.
it's like which mobster movie it is.
It's between A Bronx Tale and Casino. I love them both.
Wow, you didn't go the cliche route of Goodfellas and. Yeah, that's a goodie. That's a goodie. What's the weirdest thing in your refrigerator right now?
Half-eaten smoked mutts from Uncle Giuseppe.
Again, Uncle Giuseppe's. Oh,
I love
God.
that place.
Do you have any hidden talents besides cutting hair?
Not that I could think of. I don't know.
Okay. When you get dressed in the morning, okay, do you put, when you're about to put your shoes on and your socks, do you put one sock, then a shoe? Okay, good. He's not a psychopath.
Sometimes at the gym, I do that.
Why is that?
Because when you're changing fully in a bathroom, the floor could be wet sometimes.
That's a good point. That's different. Yeah, you're just trying not to get...
So I'm trying not to get my socks wet.
I
But if
get
I'm in my room getting dressed, as usual,
Okay.
no.
Would you rather be smart or sexy?
Smart.
Okay. Good man. Good man. I'm trying to think about it. I'm like envisioning the list in front of me, but I normally have it on my phone. I don't want to pull it out.
You have this written down?
Oh yeah.
Is this something everybody gets asked?
Not so. Once this gets aired, it won't be asked again.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting like the. You're getting the okay. What do you call cheese that's not yours?
Nacho cheese.
My man, you got that one.
That's an oldie.
Okay. My wife gave me this one. How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it.
That's good.
I'm making my barber laugh.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Alexa gave me that one. It's like, you never heard that dad joke? I'm all behind dad jokes, by the way.
Well, you have to be now.
Oh, no. Well, it's good. It's good. Oh, what's your favorite store to shop in? Yep.
I like anywhere, like, I like Bloomingdale's. I like to shop around for, like, cologne.
Really? Cologne?
I'm a big fragrance guy. I like to say that I'm an AP fragrance. Yeah.
Did not know that. Do you prefer the beach or the mountain?
Beach.
All right. Here comes the question. Obviously. You got two buttons. Okay? I might have asked you this, but you're just going to answer on the podcast. You got two buttons. One button, you press it, you get an instant $1 million in your pocket today. The other button, you have a 50-50 shot to get $100 million. Which button do you press? See, let's see. He said he wanted to be smart. Smart prefers than sexy, but go on. Let's see where he goes with it. Let's see.
I'd probably pick the $1 million now, because I think that if I could do that, I could move it and get there.
Yes!
myself.
Yes!
Because guess what? If you don't, I mean, listen, I'm gonna get I could get there.
Yeah.
You know, I could get to the $1 million eventually one day. You know, if I live right. But
You will.
if I was like,
If you had $1 million
if
in
I
your
had
pocket,
nothing, and like if I flipped a coin and it landed on heads and I fucking got nothing, I'd be depressed. I would be mad. I would be very depressed. I'm not a gambler, bro. I don't gamble.
that's a good thing. Gamblers, yeah.
I don't like that. Listen, my uncle owned a giant sports book in Costa Rica. Giant. It was huge. Big company. He passed away like last year or 2 years ago maybe. And but it was a giant company, man, and he told me some crazy stories, bro.
What about the
I was a
gambling?
bookie for a long time.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I know you do. Like, you like to do the Super Bowl boxes.
Yeah. But this was like I was really like a bookie, you know?
Joey the bookie
And a barber.
and a barber.
Yeah. It's one of those times where you gotta keep your mouth shut. What were you talking about before? And now you can't do nothing about it. Yeah. This is one of those times. Did you see all these things about the Italian beard?
No, tell me. By the way, guys, there was a big pause. Joey should have filled in that gap. He's buzzing my mustache. But go on. What about? Let's hear what you got to say.
It's like a faded beard, like no line at the top.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But guess what?
What?
So I'm not good at it really.
Okay.
Nick has to show me every time where to put the line.
Nick's teaching you now?
He's teaching me, bro.
Look at that.
Yep. You know, I had someone for the first time, like probably a year ago, that I asked if they were ready for a cut, and they were like, "Oh, no, I'm waiting on Nick." They didn't want to sit with me. I was like, "That's fucking awesome for him. Bad for me."
It's not bad for you.
No, I'm just kidding. I was
You
fucking
got
with the
you
guy.
by the response you just gave by Nick being at this level. You created that, bro.
Yeah, it's cool. No, I wouldn't say I created it, bro. Because just like me, like at the end of the day, bro, like, and you, it's up to us to do.
It is, but
I just gave the opportunity.
You gave the opportunity, Nick.
That's it.
You gave it to him, but he listened in. It's the same thing with my coach, my real estate coach. No, he didn't make the transactions for me. No, he didn't buy the houses. No, he didn't do it. But he taught me how to do it. And I took that opportunity and I ran with it.
Yeah. It's like this guy
We
told
love
me.
you, Nick.
That's like this guy told me, bro. He was like, I was like, dude, you know, it wasn't me, bro. This is all God making it possible, you know?
Yeah,
for
man.
like my whole thing. And he was like, no. He's like, you still put in the work. That's the thing. And like, I
It's
was
true.
like, I don't know if I agree with that. But then, you know, as time went on, I was like, yeah, well, I could get that opportunity and I could squander it, or I could take it and put my all into it, and then I
100%.
could get everything that I deserve out of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's like
100%.
what I think that Nick and Drew's doing too, man. Like Drew came in to the shop and he was like, I don't know, bro, about moving, whatever.
Oh,
I was like, yo, I'm gonna make sure that you're good until you are good, you know. And that, like, now, fucking, he's killing it, bro. And everybody
Drew?
loves him. He fits right into the store.
Drew's freaking the man. I remember when no one was around and he was there and he cut my hair, bro.
Killed it, right?
Killed it. Killed it, dude. You got the right dude in there. And the other thing, you know, we talk about everything you've been doing, Joey. At the end of the day, you invest in people, you care about their well-being, and then when you find somebody like a Drew and a Nick, you spend that time to nurture that and love and care for those individuals. It's much more than anything by owning a business. It's the passion behind it, Joey.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you came on this podcast. I'm so happy you're cutting my hair, bro. I hope you're having
Just
fun.
about done.
You're about done. I don't know. Like we do have a timer on the podcast. I'm like,
We're over.
Will James cut this right now? Mid haircut.
We are over. We are.
We're
way
over.
over time.
How much money now? So Joey, we are coming to the end, and I want to kind of wrap the podcast up. I want you to obviously plug in your business one last time. You know, where's your shop? What's the name of it? I know we talked about it, but I want you to and your Instagram handle, all that jazz.
So the name of the shop is Long Island Fade Factory Barbershop. You Google something on Google. Our Instagram is at Long Island Fade Factory, all one word. And we're located at 3327 Park Avenue.
All right. We got the plug-in now. Now, Joey, such wisdom, such great stuff. And I got him in his element. I feel like he could say it right now. Joey, to my audience that wants to excel and do better in their life, or whatever the case might be, just do something even just different. What is your personal advice? You had to give somebody advice right now because, you know, we come to you not just for the haircut.
Yeah.
I'll let you think about that. It's not more of a rapid fire question, but
If I had to,
deliver a message to the people.
don't wait. You know, like don't. You could psych yourself out of anything. I could be like, oh, why am I gonna go on a dance podcast on my day off, bro? Like, you know, like I could psych myself out of anything. So like when I was thinking about opening the shop, bro, I was like, oh, but I don't know anyone in Wandsworth. Oh, but I don't even have any barbers. But I don't have like if you feel like you could do something, like run off of it, you know, like don't wait. And you know what?
I love that. Don't
People
wait.
always say like, haven't you heard like you've heard like.
Don't worry.
You've heard like what the hell is it?
It's one of those moments at the pot where like you have these deep conversations, especially even the barbershop chair.
I'm trying to put it in like such a simple way. You know?
It'll come. But besides that, you think about that. What are we ranking my hair? So like you see the haircut I just got. I have no idea what it looks like. All right.
You know what? I want you not to look at it and just trust me.
So I'm going to interview my wife on the next podcast. So I'm just going to let it rock, bro.
I already know that.
So do not put the hat back on is what you're telling me.
Yeah, no. You better not.
How insulting would that be? He does all this on a podcast and I throw a freaking hat on?
Yeah, I would be. Definitely be sad.
Yeah, I see. I plug in for an appointment and it just gets immediately denied.
Yeah, I block you on Booksy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. So we could book you on Booksy, right?
Yeah. You book me on Booksy. You could walk in at any time to see Nick or Drew.
Nick or Drew? Hell yeah.
And soon, whatever fourth barber you guys find and earn that $1,000 for. Whoever that guy is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, bro. I don't remember what I was thinking of.
You said the best thing, I think. Don't wait. You heard it from the man himself. Don't wait. And don't wait so long. Don't wait so long for a haircut. What?
No.
What?
How you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That Wayne Gretzky fucking quote, dude.
Woo!
That's Wayne Gretzky, by the way.
We talked about this. I think I said that to you one time at the barbershop, and it's like, it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah. We were like, what are you, a fucking asshole? Yeah. Definitely not Jordan.
Where are we at, Joey? Are we done?
Let me see. Look at me.
Joey, thank you so much, man. I love you.
Love you too, brother. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Appreciate you.
Leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. And rank the haircut, too. Joey wants to know. That's it, guys. Peace.